Players, scouts and team executives have departed from Indianapolis, all with the intention of returning to home base for continued preparations toward the NFL Draft. The trials of the 2019 NFL Combine completed on Monday, March 4, with over 300 NFL hopeful prospects having come and gone and an assortment of physical and mental tests endured. Left in the dust of the league's annual convention are the impressions made in Lucas Oil Stadium. The Combine is just one piece of the puzzle when it comes to the meticulous creation of scouting reports each year. Yet, it offers a glimpse into the athlete's potential and presents a chance for all the eyes in the league to convene. NFL teams, the billion-dollar enterprises, hope to ensure their investments are as well-researched as possible heading into their selections on draft day. With that in mind, let's recap how the 5 former Longhorns performed last weekend. Lil Jordan Humphrey starting off the Combine. For all the former Longhorns, Humphrey has to be displeased with his performance on Saturday. The near 6'4", 210-pound wide receiver impressed with his frame, but some testing numbers were not particularly encouraging for Humphrey or his supporters. Specifically, his 4.75-second 40-yard dash is a bit of an issue. Humphrey's mark ranked dead last in the receiver group. Here's a full breakdown of how Humphrey tested, and where those numbers place him among other tested wide receivers. Despite some poor measurables, Humphrey's draft stock will still greatly depend on the film he's put forth. And, given the sheer amount of hours scouts dedicate to studying prospects' film, Humphrey's Combine performance probably won't have too much of an effect on where he ends up. However, it's impossible to say it won't make a difference for organizations with certain athletic thresholds in draft evaluation. Charles Omenihu. Even with an already extensive scouting report that spans 4 years of film, Omenihu's Combine appearance served to add more data to his campaign toward first-round contention. The defensive lineman, charted at over 6'5" and 280 pounds, has teams questioning exactly where, and how, he should be played along the defensive front. Omenihu showed off his athleticism in the 20-yard shuttle and the broad and vertical jumps, testing well relative to his peers. But, his average 4.92 seconds 40-yard dash and 3-cone times will be taken stock of when evaluating if he should play on the edge, where some of the NFL's most athletic players live. Here, you can see how Omenihu's measurables stand in comparison to other tested defensive linemen. The numbers indicate in which percentile Omenihu ranked. Following that logic, the wider the web, the better the performances in a number of tests. Gary Johnson, an undersized, former junior college linebacker, had almost the exact opposite Combine experience of Humphrey's. Measuring in just the 6th and 4th percentile for height and weight among linebackers, respectively, Johnson waited until on-field drills and workouts to draw attention from analysts. Johnson's range and closing speed were well documented in his film, and they're two traits coveted in today's NFL. But not many quite expected the speed he showcased in the 40-yard dash. Just 4.43 seconds passed by the end of those 40 yards. His sprint was good enough to tie him for second fastest in the 2019 class of linebackers, and placed Johnson with the 4th fastest time for linebackers in the history of the NFL Combine. Gary Johnson clocks a 4.43 on his first 40 attempt. @_Gary Johnson at NFL Network. The ex-Longhorn led all cornerbacks at the Combine in the bench press with 19 reps of the standard 225 pounds on the first day. On the field, Boyd exhibited his NFL-ready athleticism by posting an encouraging 4.45-second 40-yard dash and the third-best 20-yard shuttle for defensive backs. Boyd certainly has the build and some key attributes to play cornerback in the NFL, and he hopes his performance at the Combine will help ease concerns from his game film. In Boyd's case, though, the interview process was maybe the most interesting part of his Combine. As mentioned in our preview for the 2019 Combine, teams hope to get a look into the character of prospects in interviews that often turn out to be incredibly awkward. Asked about his suspension against Oklahoma State, Twitter beef, and even, not jokingly, about his testicles, as team interviewers were trying to see if they could get a reaction out of Boyd based on past reports. Devontae Davis, Boyd's counterpart during Texas's 2018 season, offers different qualities to teams in this year's draft. The 6'2" cornerback, 96th percentile among cornerbacks, tested well in the three-cone drill and placed in the top 5 for the defensive back group. He can also be proud of his broad and vertical jump results, displaying an explosiveness needed at his position. The cornerback's 4.57-second 40-yard dash, even though only about 1/10 of a second slower than Boyd's, doesn't help his stock. Still, defensive coordinators may want to take a chance on Davis's length and skill set late in the draft.